This is impressive why it's best to get this license. People want to be in the first kind of train, like get faster, headache and easier process.
We do what we say, we do what we promise you.
And we get license within like 2.5 months and they're like, oh, we didn't prepare, we thought it's gonna be later, and it's like, we have 1 month of extra time to waiting. You don't pay for this extra, you don't care about it, we prepared. I don't like this license at all. That's, from my perspective, the worst license.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us our live stream today. We'll talk about Nevis license, something really new in iGaming. My name is Odi and I'm a co-founder of MGL together with Ivan. I'm a strategist, head of partnerships at MGL, ex-management consultant McKinsey, and a cat mom. Ivan, can you introduce yourself? I know that everyone knows you, but still, yes.
Thank you. Yes, definitely. So, first of all, I have 5 years in experience with gambling licenses. Like it was Curaçao, right now it's mainly Anjouan, Tabik, Kanawaki, and also right now it's getting for Nevis. And I did around maybe 800, maybe 1000 consultations with clients, and it was consultation regarding licenses. But what makes me kind of person who people likes is that in Russian there is word, гиперответственный.
Yes.
Yeah, and basically in English it's like super pooper duper responsible person. Whenever I say something, I kind of have to do this and then I can sleep well. By the way, you didn't tell about your thing, which kind of your affirmation in the morning.
Okay.
I was impressed 2 weeks ago. I just recently find out about this, so it's very clearly shows what kind of Odi is person. So tell about it.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. This is an affirmation I say every morning before I start working, and I say, I promise I will do everything to make our service better than it was yesterday. So this is a thank you. This is the approach that we have, and this is the approach that I try to send and show the team, and hopefully show the audience.
Yeah, exactly. Implement in our work.
Yes, implement. This is the correct word.
Yeah. Anyway, let's start speaking.
Yes, of course. Let's start talking about Nevis. So yeah, tell me about Nevis. Everyone is talking about it. Everyone heard about it. So many people are asking what is that? So yeah, tell me in like general, the big picture.
This is what you need to understand. This is new license, but its reputation is gonna grow significantly within a few months, because right now the launched approximately in the beginning of this month, in July, they started accepting applications. And just imagine that within this first month they obtained almost around 50 applications already. This is impressive. I mean, I don't want to mention other licenses like Malta, which last year granted around 20 licenses, I think. Here is within 1 month just 50 applications, only applications, and it's gonna be growing very, very fast and quick. And team behind, it's big. I have a lot of information, please.
Okay, so let's start with the law itself. So it passed just recently, right?
There was regulations, kind of draft of regulation, I'm not sure how to say it in English, but basically there is draft which was accepted a few months ago, and recently it passed, completely kind of recognized by public, introduced to public, and there is new regulator. There is Nevis gaming regulator which is gonna be taking care of all the applications. So yes, it's live, it's available, and you can apply already.
Okay, so going back to what you said about 50 applications, what is the difference? I mean, why is it just started? Why is it so much hype about it?
Good question. I wasn't prepared. Look into for example, Vanuatu license. I don't like this license at all. That's, from my perspective, the worst license in the market, because they have bad reputation with their forex, and they didn't regulate their forex operators and everything. And if you get Vanuatu license, you will struggle with payment solutions and with banking, because payments, banks, they don't recognize this license. They don't like this license. They feel that if you get Vanuatu, you want to scam them. You want to just get money, disappear, or you want to scam people like players and so on and so on. So if you're speaking about Nevis, it's not just some kind of country wants to get some more money and they see potential. It's partially true. That's real country. For diversification reasons, they decided to go into gambling, but the team behind everything, which help to set up everything, plus prime minister, they understand this industries. They can negotiate. They can with payment solutions, with banks, with gaming providers. Because what makes license different is first of all recognition. If license recognized, that's fantastic license. And secondly, it's regulation itself. How kind of difficult to get this license, how much it costs, how difficult to operate with this license, maintain. So there are different things, and basically team behind it, they know a lot of people in the industry, and they just kind of know how to properly advertise it, I would say.
Okay, so now we have a lot of insight from you as a
Thanks.
licensing expert, and this is what audience need. You said that there is a team behind it, even the prime minister there.
I mean, Prime Minister is the key figure which pushes everything in Nevis, as far as I understand. I may be mistaken, please. He pushes, and not just only because of him, but also because of him, and he maybe like played a crucial role in this kind of process. We have Nevis, and it's great license, and we'll find out very quickly.
Okay, so tell me, why is it great license?
First of all, what they want to do is they want to be tier 1 license, to become tier 1st license. It means they want to not just compete, but be better than Malta and Isle of Man, which mostly considered as a tier 1 licenses.
This is
official, this is
loud.
public information, like you can search there, you'll see this articles, information about it. They want to do this. And how they want to do this is also very interesting how they want to do this. They want to create such system which will be, first of all, convenient in terms of obtaining the license, using this license, and also reputation behind and security for players are gonna play also very big role here, because you can get this license not difficult like Malta, Isle of Man. You can get this license easy, like a little bit more difficult than Anjouan, or a little bit easier than Curaçao. In terms of price, it's also like somewhere between. In terms of reputation, first of all, it's Nevis. Nevis. Reputation is fantastic, guys. I mean, I think like 40 years of
40
financial
years.
experience, of history, and good financial history. There are trust companies. They like fantastic. They secure. They trust companies. They kind of secured for people to use this trust. And there are a lot of different things behind Nevis which say is good about reputation. The third thing, players are not gonna be scammed because there is systems regulations which are more harder than Anjouan, a little bit easier than Malta and Isle of Man, of course, because it's some regulations Malta just I cannot tolerate some regulations there. Yeah, I can give example. Example why it's gonna be a very good license. There is very good example with a client who wanted to get another license from Nevis. He wanted to switch from Isle of Man.
Okay.
From Isle of Man. And he wanted to switch, and it was like a few months ago, I think I had this call. Big company, big B2B provider. They deal with a lot of, I cannot disclose information, but big B2B provider. And whenever they have some difficulties, problems, some questions from Isle of Man require them, it's mandatory for the UBO to come to Isle of Man, like to the island, personally by flight. And it doesn't matter if he like just flight to his country or to some business trips. He just need to come immediately, because this is like, hey, we find out this, come, we need to discuss. Not like, hey, we find out, let's discuss it on the call. No. Come.
Yeah, this is not how you work in 2025, actually.
Yes, I don't share a lot of stories, but I think it's okay to share some stories if it's not under NDA, and do not do information about who is this. So, and this is example about big licenses. Right now Nevis is new. They need applications. They want to show that they're transparent, they're good, they want to have a very big increased reputation, and it's just first act. In the future it may be changed, like.
Okay, yes.
Any
as
license.
always.
Yeah.
Yes, as always, I would say.
To the
I just
questions.
wanted to summarize. So it seems that Nevis will be quite easy to get, a bit harder than Anjouan, but we know that Anjouan is not very complicated to get it. The price will be quite good. It's going to be medium between Anjouan and Curaçao.
Yes.
But the reputation is almost the same or even better than in Malta or Isle of Man. And it will be easier to operate compared to these licenses. So it has great benefits and compared to others, and it's quite affordable, I would say.
Yes, I mean, their reputation is a little different kind than in Malta, because Malta is zero.
True. Yeah, that's
But
also true.
that's fantastic history, yeah.
That is also true.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, the team behind everything, they spoke with payment providers, EMIs, banks, with gaming providers, and from the moment it launches, so right now, once you get the license, a lot of parties, a lot of companies will already start accepting you, which is very important. And
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that this is really fantastic. This is the license is new, but after you have it, you already have some parties that agree to accept.
yeah, you have recognition, exactly.
This is impressive. Okay, then tell me, the next question is that for whom this license is?
Everyone, if you have money, of course. So it's basically for startups and for veterans, people who like long in the industry, because you need to diversify your business. If you have like Curaçao, you may face some problems with the process and you don't know what to expect, and in any time you can lose your license. You don't know what may happen. Nevis is gonna be kind of alternative option. And there are different kind of requirements for operations. With like Malta, you have some restrictions and limitations. With Nevis, you have different restrictions and limitations. But with Nevis, it's easier. So I would say if you start up, sure. If you crypto, sure. If you white label, they accept it. Poker, slots, bingo, they have a lot of. I can tell about what kind of licenses they issue.
Yes, please. I think that would be very beneficial for our viewers.
They have two main licenses, of course, as everyone. It's B2C and B2B. B2C is casino, live slots, live dealer slots, also poker, lottery, and something else. Okay, B2C operations. For B2B operations, it's usually gaming providers, it's usually aggregators, platform providers, and also white label. Not everyone knows that you can get white label in the proper way, but you need to get B2C and B2B license in this case. And also, which I was impressed, I mean, not impressed, but like, it's interesting that if you have some kind of marketing affiliate company, if you support KYC, geofencing, some B2B provider for iGaming, you can get Nevis license and you can use it to provide your services with license, which is gonna be kind of increase your reputation. But reputation here is everything.
That is interesting. It's not only for operators, it's other licenses. Okay. Then the question is, for example, I have a brand and I already have the license. Doesn't matter. Anjouan, Curaçao, Isle of Man, Malta. You said that I can get the Nevis for diversification. And the requirements they're different. How I should decide, for example, Malta restricts some actions while Nevis can allow these actions and vice versa. How I should act in this case?
You come to me. Come to me, I will
for
tell
consultation.
you. Yeah, of course. Basically, before we start the process, we first of all speak with our client, potential client, prospect. I ask some questions like target markets, UBO, where is he from, documents, ask questions about documents, especially some like the most difficult ones, and so on and so on. I'm trying to understand the project and their goal. And then I kind of give the best suitable license for his project to make the most out of it. Sometimes it may be not good for the budget, so we can go for Anjouan, for example. Or if it's very big budget, they have some investor who wants to see some very good license. Okay, we can do for Malta, but they need to understand it's going to be difficult things. And I explained that it's going to be this problem, this, you need to do this, and it's going to taking this long time, thousands of years. So basically, yes, consultation. Come to me, I will tell.
This is if I have a new brand. This is if I have a new company and I want to understand which license suits me best.
Yes.
This is for sure. Yeah, this is for sure to come to the licensing expert. But I'm saying for the diversification. So I have let's challenge Ivan. Let's say I have a Malta license.
Challenge Ivan.
Yes, challenge you. Let's say I have Malta license and you are telling me that for diversification you need Nevis license. And I'm telling you there are different requirements. What should I do? Like under one brand I have two licenses. One brand restricts one thing, another license doesn't restrict those things. How should I act? Or should I again come to you and ask, what should I do, Ivan?
I'm not sure I understand question clearly, but the main idea is that you may have some limitation restrictions which you cannot have with your current, which you cannot bypass with your current license.
Yes,
for example,
so this is what I'm telling. I have Malta and I have Nevis.
Yes.
Malta restricts one thing. Nevis allows.
For example, under Nevis, it's not restricted to operate in Germany, but under some, for Malta, I don't remember. I think you need to get legal opinion and to see, if not mistaken, there are some complications also with Bill 55, but doesn't matter. If the license restricts you Germany, you go to Nevis and Nevis allows you to operate in Germany.
Okay.
The main idea that you have some restrictions, you want to do something. We need to understand, maybe it's not Nevis, maybe it's some another license, but main idea is we need to understand your project and what you need exactly to achieve, so we can tell if it's possible and with which license and why it's best to get this license. We give two options, for example. Maybe you want to integrate some specific payment solutions like PaySafe, for example. They're Neteller, Skrill, or what is left there. You can get directly, if I'm not mistaken, with Tabik license, these payment solutions, which is also good. So, It's always case by case basis, and it depends on your.
Yes, it all depends on what you want, where
Exactly.
you want to operate.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, then this part, I hope that it's clear, but if it's not, just tell in the comments if you have any questions. So let's move to the process.
All right.
So what is the application process? How does it look like? What I need to get the Nevis license?
Every application process pretty similar. For Nevis, you need to specifically incorporate company Nevis. It's requirement. You cannot incorporate in Costa Rica, Belize, Hong Kong. No, it's not possible. Nevis. This company is going to be holding company of license. So, and also this company will be IBC, International Business Company. In this case, you pay zero tax, which is good. In terms of the process, this is the first step. And for company incorporation, there are different agents who require different things, but in most of cases, it's passport, utility bill, and also some of them require reference letters, like reference letter from bank, from the lawyer. Some of them require, must be notarized, of course, everything in English. That's in terms of documents for company. And then for license, once everything is ready, of course, it depends on license. Then we apply for license. In the application process, we need to prepare forms. We do this, not you, we do. We just ask you a few questions. And then once we submit forms, we have access to portal and we need to submit the documents. In terms of documents, what are the most important? The most important is source of funds, source of wealth, and proofs that you have this source of funds, source of wealth from legal source, of course. Additional requirements are gonna be CV, business plan. Business plan very important to prepare properly. And by the way, business plan is included in our package, so you don't pay for this extra, you don't care about it, we prepare the business plan for you. Also requirements, domain ownership approval, screenshot from the
Admin panel.
Yeah, thank you. Also agreement with gaming providers. If you don't have your own games, you use it from third party, like so Swiss Soft Gaming, Slot Aggregator, State, Hub88, so you get agreement with them. If they don't agree to sign with your agreement without license, you get letter of intent. For example, if you have your own games, you need to get RNG certificate. That's also important part. Random number generator certificate. Yeah, policies, of course. You don't care, you don't worry about policies. Policies on us, we prepare, but you need to prepare, kind of know that for application, we need to use policies. Think I didn't forget anything, everything I mentioned. So then we apply and wait, and then you get the license. Yeah, one I forgot.
Yes.
Exactly. One of the most important requirement for Nevis application is two, I would say. Compliance officer, who will take like AML, policy, geofencing, make sure that everything proper in terms of security for players. Also, reporting officer.
Yes.
He must be local. This reporting officer must be local. If reporting officer can also be fit for compliance officer role, so he can be two roles, so one person is enough. In this case, you need just two person. If he is not local, you need 3 person. Local reporting, compliance, and UBO, who will act as a director and shareholder. For you to understand, there are not a lot of compliance officers and reporting officers in Nevis, so it's very difficult to find the good ones. So come to us, we will assist. But what I wanted to say that they also not allow to be in multiple companies. 2, 3 companies, maybe 4 companies are gonna be fine.
Okay. So
As
it's,
long as accept.
semi-private.
Yes, if it's 10 companies, nobody will, like, Nevis will not trust you that you use this person properly, this person help you with these policies. He is not gonna be nominal, he will need to do some work. Of course, if you want payment agent company, if you want some extra company on top, trust company, we can have different ways how to get it more complicated and more secured for you.
Thank you, Ivan. So if I say like shortly, there is a application process where the client gets the personal documents. Then we open the company in Nevis because it needs to be in Nevis. Then after the company is ready, we have a company documents, and with the personal documents, company documents, plus policies, plus business plan, and of course this compliance officer, reporting officer, CV, and all the documents from this person, we apply for the license.
Exactly. The whole process, because it's new license, the whole process expected to take around, as far as I remember, it's gonna take around 3 months on average, considering that there will be delays, some complications with documents, maybe a little bit more.
So are you talking about from the step when client comes and starts preparing the documents, or from the moment that we apply and after that we wait?
Time frame of getting the Nevis license, starting from the moment he comes to us and sign and pay, that's gonna be around 3, maybe 4 months approximately, average time. I expect it's gonna be average time, including some delays, who knows. But the process from the moment when we applied for license, Nevis accepted everything, is gonna be around 1.5, 2 months approximately.
Okay, got it, thank you. Yes, I just wanted to remind everyone that everything that we told, that personal documents is on the client client, and everything is, I've been told, the business plan, the policies, everything, the corporate documents, translation if it's not in English, notarization, everything we do. And from you, we just wait for your personal documents. If the client brings out the personal documents in the first week, this is a rare case, but we had such kind of cases. It means that in that week we apply, and from that week starts the waiting moment to get the license. If you prepare your personal documents for 2-3 months, some clients prepared for 6 months, and it's some documents that have already expired, then it means that we will need that, and the day you have sent us the last personal document, we apply for the license. Okay. I just wanted to tell about, because I was the head of corporate services. I am still now, but I wanted to tell how we work.
There is good story about, you can tell about how to say it without saying who it is. Regarding client who told we did very quickly.
Yes.
You want to tell the story?
Yes, of course. I love this client. They have already second license.
Second license and 3 companies with us, yes.
Yes, yeah. So what was the case? Client came to us to get the Anjouan license. This is a sub-brand of one of the biggest brands in the market right now.
Not biggest, very decent, very
yes,
good
I mean,
middle
like,
one.
everyone knows them.
Yeah, they have booths and participate
Yes.
expos, but anyway, yeah, please continue.
Yeah, everyone knows them. They came to us, they were quite prepared, they had everything ready. It took them, I think, couple of weeks to prepare everything to be in a proper way, how Anjouan requires that. Of course, in the background, we're doing our own work. And the day we got all the information from them, all the personal documents, we have applied. And of course, the waiting time at that time, around half a year ago, it was 4 weeks for Anjouan. So in 4 weeks, we got the license. We are sending this to the client, and client is super, super surprised because they say, we had 1 more month taken to wait for this license because we know that there are always delays in iGaming. So we said, we do what we say. We do what we promise you. So this is how we work, and that's why they're getting their second license already in half a year, and they opened 2 more companies with us.
Yeah, from my perspective, it was pretty similar, but I was telling them the average time frame is going to be around 3, maybe very little longer, but most likely it's going to be 3, maybe even faster. And we get license within like 2.5 months, and they're like, oh, we didn't prepare, we thought it's going to be later, and it's like we like have 1 month extra time to like waiting, and eventually I think they still not launched
Yes.
after like 3-4 months. So yeah, it's iGaming, everything delayed.
Yes.
Any company, they say we launch tomorrow, they say they launch like in a month. They say they launch in a year, they will launch in 2 years. You know how it works in a game.
Yes, that's true. Unfortunately, but this is the reality.
Yeah, high risk reality.
Okay.
What else? Nevis. Price, maybe price.
Yes, of course, everyone is interested in that.
Price 28,000, I think. I forgot, euros, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
You pay to the license, you get 2 URLs, so domains you can use under the license. Extra domain is 750, and if you have white label, which I believe, first of all, you need to get B2C and B2B. With white label, extra domain is going to be 2,000 euros. And that's only license. Extra, you need to have company. Company will cost, I don't want to say costs, because some other of our, not partners, but people who provide license may have different prices, but the main idea is from around like 1,500-4,000 euros, depending on services. And our fee, it usually depends on the package, but if we include business plan, if we include that we fill out forms on your behalf, and it's really good. It saves at least 1-2 weeks of your time because of back and forth. I'm not sure what to write here, communication with the team. So it saves you time a lot, including forms, policies, including company chart, including everything. So in this case, it's going to be around from 6,000 to 10,000, depending on some extra services. And of course, you need compliance officer and reporting officer. It's extra, and you need to pay them salary.
We have a comment right now from Nuno.
Nuno,
Hi,
nice.
Nuno. Yes, I was talking to Nuno. Hi, Nuno. The question is, from what I understand, the Nevis license requires setting up a local entity.
Yes.
Is that mandatory from day one?
Yes. Without local entity, you will not be able to get the license. So only Nevis companies will be able to hold the license. That's simple. You can have subsidiaries, you can have parent companies, but the main idea license is going to be under Nevis.
So Nevis company will be license holding company.
Exactly.
So yeah, please, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments, anything about Nevis, anything about us, anything about licenses, because we have a licensing expert here.
Thank you.
If you had any questions, drop. This is a great opportunity for you to ask Ivan. Okay. Let's talk about, for example, we talked that why the brand new company will choose Nevis. If my company has one of the licenses, would I want to move to this license or have a second one?
It depends on your perspective. If you like your license and you want to get second one just for, I don't know, for whatever reasons, sure. I mean, it depends on the person. I cannot say that you need to move or you need to stay with boss. So it's case by case basis.
Okay, can you then tell us what is the perfect case of the perfect operator? For which operator Nevis will be the perfect license?
For everyone. I mean,
this is the broad,
for everyone who target not just one country, maybe few who wants to work internationally, who don't get local license with their restrictions, regulations, with their taxes, with their requirements, limitations. You can get offshore license and you just choose which one fits you well. There are differences. You can choose Anjouan, Tabik, Nevis, maybe Curaçao, maybe Malta, maybe Isle of Man. Depends on what fits you. Maybe Alderney. Nobody talks about Alderney. Maybe we can talk about Alderney. Poor Alderney.
Okay.
Kanawaki also.
Kanawaki.
Yeah,
we have a lot of offshore licenses. Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, we are preparing the tables, special list, license comparison. We thought that there is the real one where you have all the details. So we are doing that.
Yeah, there is one company, but they did very poor job. They just get it for lead magnet to get the contacts, but we do it in the way that you will benefit from this instead of just giving us your email and whatever it is. And also, if I'm not mistaken, our team, marketing team, did something related to form. You fill out form and you get offer, if I'm not mistaken. So just do this and get this offer.
Right. So what do you think what will be the future of Nevis license?
It's future. Who knows? It's iGaming. I don't know what's gonna be tomorrow even. But if everything goes as they plan, as they promise, as I believe is gonna be, so most likely it's gonna be maybe around tier 1 license, but at least it's gonna be the license which everyone is gonna be interested to get for them as a reputable license.
Okay. Is there anything that hidden part of this license? Because it sounds perfect for me, at least. So anything that you would say to be cautious about or to double check or think before going for Nevis license?
Make sure you have enough money for Nevis.
Okay, money. One.
Make sure time frame fits for you, 3-4 months. I mean, it should be fit, but still people.
Time.
Because you need to have compliance officer and reporting officer. We provide them, of course, but it's gonna be extra money and extra work to find because it depends on availability.
Okay.
People,
extra person?
People, yeah.
Yes, people.
And I would say documents, because you need to get proper documents. Source of funds, source of wealth. If you have something illegal, better say us in advance so we know before we apply. And confirmation of the source of funds, source of wealth. And of course, all the rest of the documents shouldn't be the problem. But source of funds, source of wealth is usually problematic, especially with our Asian clients. I mean, I think half of Asian clients, they always have difficulties with source of funds, source of wealth. Sometimes pretty similar situation for Latin America happens too.
Okay, so
documents, source of funds.
Documents. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's pretty general, I would say. So know the requirements. If they fit you, you can go for Nevis.
Yeah, but just be aware, because sometimes you go to some company, they promise we'll get it very quickly for very cheap price, and you're like, okay, and you start working with them and you need reporting officer. You say, I don't have reporting officer. Is it required? They say, yes, this is the price. And you're okay, pay the price. And it happens because you don't ask details, you don't know, and you just say the things which you need to take care, which you need to look at it.
Yes, this is 100% true. I hear that from a lot of clients saying, giving us feedback compared to other agents. So yeah, our advice would be ask a lot of questions. Be sure, be sure that you understood
Make them
everything.
tired.
Yes, make sure that you understood everything. Make sure that you know all your costs, because this was even with us.
Better come to us
Better
and trust us.
Yes, so we will give all the details.
Yeah.
But I want to share that it was even with me, with one of the agents that I was working. I didn't ask ask the proper questions, and they were quite, I would say,
Is it Costa Rica one?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Not the one that we have.
Costa
The one that the agent that we have, they are great.
Yeah.
But before that, the cost was that we needed the clients needed to pay for 3 fillings, taxes, something mandatory, but it's not a tax on your operations. It's a tax on fixed tax, I would say, in Costa Rica. So what I did, it was we paid on behalf of the client.
From our pocket, yeah.
Yes, because we didn't say that to the client, so we take all the responsibility here. If you go somewhere, it doesn't matter. It's not only about license, it's also about the platform, about the games, everything, about payments, banks. Ask what will be the end cost. Say to send you all details.
What are the hidden fees? What additional fees?
Yes.
And because sometimes you get license very cheap, like you say, oh,
That's
very,
true.
very good price. And like, okay, I'm gonna take it. And eventually you like start operating, and you like, you need to pay this. How much are you gonna pay for the document? And it's gonna be 500 euros for this document.
Yes, I love the 500 euros because this is a real case when you need to pay for notarization, for apostille, 500, 300, 500, and you need that for application, you need that for the banking,
Yeah, exactly.
for everything, and eventually you will need that in the future because you will work, you will operate, and all the entities ask for the documents that are not later than 90 days. So you will ask and request and pay more and more in the future.
Exactly.
So just be sure, make your math, and understand where you're going. And ask what
Going
will
to
be
us.
going to us.
Sorry
yes.
for interrupting. Yeah.
Better to come to us. But I was talking overall, and ask what will be your expenses, costs for around 1 year. Then I think they will show you.
No, they may not show. They say this is gonna be cost, and maybe there will be some additional cost. But this additional will happen. Not with every company, of course. I
Yes.
cannot say that with every, but I had a lot of.
We told you to do your homework, do your math, ask for everything. This is how you're sure that you will not pay more. So you wanted to say something?
I want to say better not do much. Come to us. We'll tell you. we don't charge. We usually our clients pay once, and
Yes,
they pay
this is true.
the
This is
second year even cheaper.
If you're interested, of course, reach out to Ivan, to me. If you know Ioana, Philippe, anyone from our team, reach out and we'll happily send you the offer. And yes, here we're in the live saying that there is no hidden fees. Everything is included. What is not included, we will tell you. That's why a lot of clients are with us and they're launching other companies.
Let's go next.
What do you think is the best moment to apply for Nevis? Is it now, or is it to wait for some time?
As soon as possible. Don't need to wait. It's gonna be the same with good example Anjouan. They launched like 2.5 years ago. When they launch, you can get license easily. I mean, they check your documents, but not as right now. For example, agreement with gaming providers. Before we could even apply without this agreement. We could tell that here is a draft accepted. Okay. Or even saying that we will get the agreement later. Right now, they require that this agreement must be signed. Every domain, even if you add additional one, must be in this agreement or like additional addendum to this agreement. Also, if you cannot provide such agreement, before it was mainly because of Hub 88, so Swiss they didn't give agreement before you have license, and you had to get letter of intent or like negotiate. We usually pushed with our clients, these companies who couldn't provide this agreement, as an example. So you longer waiting, the more difficult it will be to get the license. That's the reality. That's why right now there are 50 applications. People want to be in the first kind of train, like get faster, headache and easier process.
That's interesting. Okay. And another question is that what are the mistakes you can see when people apply for the license themselves?
Always any mistake. Document, wrong company they contact, even they get, for example, company from Belize agent, and this Belize agent takes 2 weeks, and then you pay extra and it takes longer. For example, with Costa Rica it was like disaster with one company. They spent months to get the documents. There was mistake. They asked to change 1 more month to change the mistake, and eventually it happened that there is second mistake. Imagine. and has a month to get the documents changed, and once everything is proper, they apply 3 months later for Anjouan. So and Anjouan don't accept documents because they are kind of expired, not up to date. So documents, price, wrong companies, wrong agents, wrong license, even there are a lot of things, everything.
Everything. You can face the disaster.
Yeah, even for example, we have good relationships with regulators, and if you apply with us, we can not promise, but like we have much better relationships, and we can get in touch, speak with this regulator. We can handle your problems if something goes wrong or if it delays. So we are the one who can help. But imagine if there are like 10 big agents, so all the attention will be to them from regulator. But if it's like 10 clients, small ones, they ask a lot of questions, sometimes not very very common questions, we can say, or like stupid questions. This also sometimes happens, but it's fine. They maybe delay with reply. They may be not interested right now to reply because send you the document and you need to do your work. So you pay for good service, you pay for experience from us.
And I would also add here that yes, this is for experience. You pay for the experience because it's not only about that we are in touch with the licensor, but it's also about that we know it's not only about a relationship too. It's very, very important. It's iGaming and to move things faster, but it's also about the experience when you know what the documents needed, in what way, what it should be written there, in what way, what it shouldn't be written there, and why. So this is all these like hidden details that you don't know if you didn't have experience before. Yes.
I even don't know if anyone apply right now like directly. I think usually people apply through agents because it's like...
I totally agree, but sometimes they apply not through agents, but through the people that say that just post something on LinkedIn and they assume that they're experts. You need to go and ask the questions to see whether this person is really expert or not, because this might cost you the license.
I just remembered one, I think it's 2 days ago, one of my clients, he told that there is company who wants to get Anjouan or some like help with Anjouan. I said, okay, sure, yeah, please tell what is it. He told that they don't want to renew the license. I was telling, but you, like how? They told they don't want to renew license with their current agent. I was like asking why. He told they pay, it's like too much, guys. It's like twice more than we ask for setup fee for us. They need to pay this twice more. Okay, it's 15,000 euros they need to pay for renewal, guys, and it's only for this company who are assisting them. I cannot say what is the company, what is the person, but I was like, crazy people. And it's really for just a few services, for like company renewal, and that's it. No nominal service, nothing like payment agent, nothing like bank account, I don't know whatever fee may be. So just renewal.
Okay, then this part, I would say, leads us to maybe the last question that I have. So you can share what are our packages and what we provide.
I think we have the form, so basically you need to submit the form to get the offer and see everything. But if it's related, I don't know, to Tabik license, Okinawa, or even Anjouan or Curaçao, whatever it is, we assist with all of them. And we even right now started assisting with Ontario license. We already have a few good successful experiences. But the main idea that we have 3 packages. First is basic, second is all-inclusive, and the third one VIP. VIP is like super expensive, but very good services there, even payment agents, so overall it worth more than you pay. Same for all-inclusive, which includes a lot of services, and for basic you just get basic documents, basic company, and you don't pay anything extra, which is the most important. You don't pay anything extra. You just work a little bit more on documents, like you prepare a business plan yourself for basic, fill out forms yourself for basic with our assistance. But it saves you around 2 months, okay, not 2 months, 1 month of work definitely, minimum. So yeah, what is in our packages? Basic, easy, cheap, but again, no extra fees, no hidden fees. All inclusive, the same, but it's comprehensive. We do everything we can on your behalf.
Yes.
And you basically provide mainly just like personal documents, like passport, utility, and also answer a few questions from us about your project, so we can properly prepare. And VIP, I mean, guys, it's VIP. Who have a lot of money get VIP package. That was the reason why it was intended.
It's not, I think, if you just get a lot of money, this is it. You will see in the offer what's included.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's pretty comprehensive, and if you want, we can send the offer, sure, no problem.
Great. I think that we have finished. I don't have any questions, and the audience...
I have a question to you.
Okay. I wasn't prepared for that.
What are your thoughts about Nevis? Do you have some different opinion from your perspective?
To be honest, I don't think so. I fully agree with you, and I think that for those who are just launching, whether it's a startup or this is a sub-brand of a big brand, it's great to try Nevis. It's great to, as you said, go like jump to the first train, because people who are in the industry knows who is the behind the Nevis license, and also they are all the government, premier minister, and everything makes it strong. So I would totally recommend to try it, and I think it will be much better than Anjouan and Curaçao.
Let's destroy every license.
No, we love all the licenses. Every license had their fit.
Yeah.
Every license had their market and their customers.
Exactly.
So Nevis seems good. You just need to have the right partner. You don't have access to the company. You will have access to the company, but you will have through the agent. You will have access to your compliance officer, your reporting officer, but most probably again through the agent, and they will be local. So you need to think smart in order to have great partners. This is my opinion, and we'll see. And I really love that they already established the partnerships with the banks and PSPs. This was really important. I think that's it. Do you have any other questions?
Plenty, but I think we can finish.
Yes, let's finish. Thank you everyone who joined us today. Feel free to reach out to us in Telegram or in LinkedIn. We'll be happy to answer all your questions regarding the licensing. And have a great day.
See you soon.
Thank you.
All right.